in. What's that, Holly? You want some more clothes? Don't you have enough clothes? Hi guys, it's Peta here from Two Punks Had a Bunch of Kids. Welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about how I rotate my children's clothes seasonally, and I'm also going to be sharing with you about how we afford to buy our children's clothes on a tight budget. So I'm also will be showing you exactly what I do to rotate their clothes. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you also read my blog, Two Punks Had a Bunch of Kids, that's awesome. Hi, it's great to see you. I've never sort of had a large income before. For a long time, Luke has been a student and or he's worked casually. I've always been a stay-at-home mum. I've been a stay-at-home mum for the last 8 years. So I guess I've never had like a really large budget where I can just go out and buy everything I need. So I've had to work hard at being strategic about how I purchase things for our house, like clothes. I love fashion and I love baby clothes. Actually, the baby clothes, when I go into a department store like Target or something and I see all the baby clothes, that is what often makes me clucky again. Oh, I love all the little baby clothes. It's just so cute. I love little children's clothes too. They're just adorable, and I like making sure we always look nice. I always like to make sure that we look as fashionable as we can. And as my children have grown older, I've found I've had less control over what they wear. With my eldest, my 8-year-old son, I've noticed that I can put all these like clothes that I think look really nice in his drawer, and I'll say, go get dressed. We're going to get ready to go to a barbecue today and go put on something nice. So he disappears into his room. This actually happened last weekend. And he comes out in the most daggiest pair of track pants and like this really short, overstretched, really old, crusty looking top. And I'm like, are you sure that's what you want to wear today? And he's like, yeah, I love track pants. I love these pants. And I'm just like, okay. All right. So I just have learned my relationship with him is more important than obsessing over him looking really cool with his clothes. So I'll just be like, okay, you can wear that. And at least I still have control mostly over what the little ones wear. At least I can dress them in something cute. I've always believed that the Lord will provide for all the clothing that we need. And over the years, we've never been without anything we need. And at times I've made my list and I've wondered, how am I going to buy all of this stuff? You know, we need school uniform, we need shoes, like how am I going to afford it? But I just pray and I give it to God, and He's always provided for us. So I'd just like to share a Bible verse with you. It's Proverbs 31 verse 21. It says, she has no fear of winter for her household, for she has made warm clothes for them all. And I just think that is awesome. And I think as mothers, we have a command and a calling on our lives to clothe our children and to make sure that they are dressed. And of course, in this modern age, we don't have to make all our children's clothing anymore out of like wool and animal skins and things like that. We can just go to Target and buy it. But it's the same sort of thing. It means that you're organized enough that it's winter coming and you buy your son a coat, and we can be in charge of that, and I get excited about that. So later on, I'm going to show you how I do a clothing rotation just with one child's clothes. I'm doing Savannah's because she seems to need the most stuff. And then I write a little list, like something a bit like this, with everyone's names on it and what they need for the coming season. So I'll go through everyone's drawers one at a time, and I'll go, and wardrobes, and I'll go through all mine and Luke's clothes, and I'll go through it all, and then I'll go through our shoes, make sure our shoes fit, and I just write a huge master list of all the stuff that we will need. And so after I've done that, I think, how am I going to buy all this stuff? So yeah, after I do that, I commit the list to the Lord. I say, Lord, you see our need, and you see all these clothes and shoes and sheets and that we need to buy. And I commit them to you, and I believe that you will provide for us. And you know what? He always has. And sometimes I go through the whole season and there's still stuff that I haven't crossed off my list, but we have just lived for another 3 to 6 months and we didn't even need that thing. Quite often the kids love their favorite t-shirt and they will wear that thing over and over and over again. And I didn't even need to buy them 7 t-shirts because they were fine, and they had all the t-shirts that they needed, but they just chose to wear the same one over and over, and I didn't need to buy heaps of stuff. So there's that too. So after I do my list and after I've prayed, the first shop I hit is the op shops. In our town, we've got a really nice op shop that I like a lot, and when I go op shopping, I always look for a brand name that I recognize, usually something from Maya or Target. Target's good. Or, Cotton On Kids or Pumpkin Patch. If I can see a recognizable brand name and I think it's going to be good quality and have a good look at it, if it's still in really good condition, I'll get it. And I get lots of the kids' clothes from the op shop. Okay, for the kids, I'm just going to share with you for a minute about what shops I buy all their clothes from. So for the kids, I just mentioned that I buy lots of their clothes from op shops. And then my next choice would be Target. I really love the kids' clothes at Target. I think that Target clothes are the best out of all the department stores. So I'm just putting it there. I've noticed they're stronger, they last longer. Sometimes they're a teeny bit more expensive, but they are the best. I also buy them a few bits and pieces from Big W and Best and Less. Now, Best and Less, it may not be the best quality, but the clothes at Best and Less is so cute. Have you seen the little boys' clothes there? Is adorable. The little girls' clothes is equally adorable. I just make sure the stuff I buy from Best and Less is not too synthetic, and that some Best and Less stuff is better quality than others, so I just pick out what I like the best. With Luke's clothes, my husband Luke, I usually buy all his clothes for him. It's not really his thing, and I really love clothes shopping, so I normally just buy him stuff and come home. I'm like, do you like this? And he's like, yep. I'm like, do you like this? And he's like, yep. He just seems to like all the stuff I pick for him, so I just enjoy doing that. So I usually shop for. I buy his clothes from Ed Harry menswear. I get a few bits from Target. I also go to Cotton On for some of his pants and shirts. I don't buy him anything from Big W because I really don't like the men's clothes at Big W. I'm not sure why. They're always really big or something. My husband Luke's quite tall and slim, and so Big W clothes just never seem to fit him. I also, with shoes also, I really don't like Spenless shoes. With Spenless, I used to always buy the kids' shoes from Spenless, but I found that they never last. I found they fall to bits really quick or they break. We had a brand new pair of shoes for Luke, and they lasted a couple of weeks and the zip broke. And Savannah also had a little pair of cute little ballet flats, and they had little bows on the front. Well, the bows came off, like within a couple of weeks, the bows came off. And Arrow had a pair of shoes from there, and they scuffed, and they had huge holes in the front, like really quick, only took a couple of months. So I don't buy shoes if I can help it from Spend Less anymore. I like to buy shoes from Target for the kids. If we had a shoe shop, we actually don't have a shoe shop anywhere near me for about an hour away. Otherwise, I'd probably buy them the odd thing from a shoe shop, which I used to, but we don't have one nearby at the moment, so Target's the way to go. For my clothes, I buy a few things from Target. I get a few things from the op shop. I also really I get a few things from Big W, and my favourite place to buy clothes from is Maya. I love like the Dangerfield section with all like the really wacky patterns, and I've got a couple of dresses of theirs and cardigans, and I just love them, and a few skirts from there. I buy mine and Luke's shoes from, we like purchasing things from The Iconic, which is an online shop. And they have this awesome thing called Afterpay. Well, lots of shops do now. So they will you'll pick out what you want, and they will send you the shoes, and then you have to pay for them like over the next couple of weeks in like 4 equal payments. So that's just been a way that we can purchase the shoes and then slowly pay them off, because our budget is like fortnightly. So we do a new budget every fortnight, and we just put that shoe payment into our budget that fortnight, and it just seems to work for us. So now I'm going to talk a bit about how we afford to buy clothes for our family on a really tight budget. So after I do my big master clothing and shoe shopping list, the ideal thing would be to just go to the mall and do a huge shopping spree and just get it all in one go. And I know people that do that because they can do that. That would be awesome, and I'd have a lot of fun, but I've never been able to do that. I've never been in a financial situation where I've just been able to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars all in one hit on clothes. So here's ways that we have brought all the clothes we need without just doing a huge mall shopping spree. We sort of purchase just little bits at a time, and as the season goes on, we just get little bits from all different kinds of shops until eventually we have all the clothes we need. And in the meantime, we just keep wearing those same clothes like over and over again. But we always seem to have enough clothes. So these are the ways we afford to buy our clothes. We use a lot of hand-me-downs. So I have 2 boys in a row, and my eldest boy got a lot of clothes, and he's passed all his clothes on to his younger brother, and he doesn't mind. He likes getting clothes from his big brother. I have 3 little girls in a row. So my eldest girl, she grows out of stuff, she passes it on. My middle girl, she grows out of stuff and she passes it on. And they all share clothes, and I store it and they share clothes. We also get big boxes of clothes from friends too. So we also have some hand-me-downs that have been given to us over the years from friends. And I'm always very thankful when someone gives me hand-me-down clothes. We don't mind and we like it a lot. So hand-me-downs has been one way to afford clothes. And because I like fashion and I like clothes, I don't make my kids wear all hand-me-downs. Like every season, I think they'll have lots of hand-me-downs, but they also have a few really nice things that are just for them that I've also purchased brand new. So there's that too. And with the hand-me-downs, for me, I'm from a family of 5 girls and I'm the youngest. So as you could imagine, I have 4 big sisters and I wore all hand-me-downs. In fact, I don't think I had a brand new item of clothing until I was, about a teenager. So, and I didn't mind wearing hand-me-downs. I really liked it. someone like our cousin. I had some older girl cousins too. So my cousin or my big sisters, mum would come in and just dump a couple of garbage bags of clothes on my bed and said, here you go, here's your new clothes. And I'd be like, oh, awesome. And I would just try them all on. And it was like I went shopping in my bedroom with the garbage bags, and it was fun and I didn't care. And then when I was in about year 6 of school, I was wearing one of these like oversized, enormous t-shirts that was a hand-me-down from my older sister. And we were doing PE. Anyway, I kind of noticed that all, like not all, but lots of the other girls were wearing like brand name, really nice, brand new clothes that actually fit them. And I kind of started thinking to myself, gee, I wouldn't mind some clothes like that. So I said to Mum, oh, Mum, I really want some new clothes. And she understood, and she actually went and brought me, actually, because we lived out on a farm not near many shops, she actually ordered me all these new clothes from Easy Buy magazine, and they all came in the mail, and it was really exciting. So I think that, yeah, I think kids don't mind wearing hand-me-downs, but maybe when they get a little bit older, they might start to care, but that's okay. There's also what I mentioned before, there's op shops. Make the most of your op shops. That's how we afford clothes. I've just found some great clothes in op shops, and they're Maya brands, like brands that, because I love Maya, is my favorite shop like ever. And some of the kids' clothes that I find in op shops, the brands are from Maya, so, and they're still in really good condition. So that's been some good finds. Also, just things we do is we look for specials at the department store. I got this really cute pair of leggings for Willow, my little 19-month-old, just last week, and they were on sale for $3 at Target. I'm like, go Target, because they were getting rid of all their winter clothes. So yeah, look for specials. Another way we afford clothes is by using Afterpay, which is what I mentioned before. For mine and Luke's shoes, we've used Afterpay, and there's lots of shops online that now will do Afterpay. And one of my best absolute tips for affording clothes and getting all the clothes you want is lay-by. I love lay-buying clothes. Sometimes after I've looked at the op shops, and you know, there's just some things that I want for some of my kids that I just can't find, or for myself or Luke, and you know, I've gone through all the hand-me-downs, and they're missing a few things. They need some pajamas, or even some, you know, new socks and undies and jocks and stuff like that. What I will do is I will just go to Target or Big W, and I will just pick out everything else they need for the rest of that season. Jocks, socks, pajamas, you know, t-shirts, like all the stuff that I just couldn't find in the op shops. And I just put the whole lot on lay-by. And then slowly, over the next several weeks, I'll just pay it off, you know, $30 a week or something like that. And then eventually, I would come home with a huge bag of clothes, and then we have all the clothes we need. So lay-buying clothes and paying them off slowly has been a great way to afford clothing, the clothes that we need. Also, I just want to mention eBay. I used to get, sometimes on eBay, they do like bundles, you know, someone's like, you know, say like someone says size 1 girls bundle, and it'll have like all these size 1 clothes that, and you know, you can pay for a certain price, and then you can get it all sent to you. And I've done this before, and I must say I haven't had a lot of success with these bundles. Like in the bundles that have come from eBay, for one, they've been overpriced compared to secondhand, like op shop clothes, like overpriced. 2, I've had things that have come in the mail that have actually been stained. And then 3, I've had things that come in the mail, they just don't look like they looked in the photo, and they also, and you can't send it back really because it's just like secondhand eBay stuff. And I stopped doing that years ago. I think I did a few eBay bundles when my 2 eldest boys were little, and I just don't do that anymore. And in the bundles, sometimes you get really random clothes that I don't even like, and they're just a waste and I end up just giving them to the op shop or something. So I don't really do eBay clothes anymore. Just one more thing that I wanted to mention is that we don't have credit cards. So I could just go to the mall and put like all the clothes we need on credit card, right? But we choose not to have credit cards because at this point in time, I know we wouldn't be financially able to pay them off. So I just don't want to get into that situation. I don't want to get into any debt problems. And I was just reading just before in my Bible during my quiet time, Psalm 37 verse 21, which says, "The wicked borrows and does not repay." And I'm just like, I don't want to, we need to live within our means. We can't be using credit card and be getting all the stuff we want and then not being able to pay it back. That's unwise. So I choose not to use credit card. So now I'm going to show you how I do my clothing rotations. So we're going to go up to Savannah's room and she's going to come and help me to sort out her drawers and rotate her clothes, and we're going to write a new list. I'm going to start with Miss Savannah. I usually rotate the kids' clothes about every season, so probably about 4 times a year. I'm going to demonstrate what I do with Savannah's clothes today. Savannah is my 5-year-old and she's the firstborn out of my 3 girls in a row. So she usually needs the most clothes because she can't get any hand-me-downs from her older brothers. So she tends to, I probably buy the most clothes for her out of the girls because the other 2 little girls, they wear lots of hand-me-downs. This is what I normally do. So I'm just going to show you what I do. So I've got my piece of paper here and I write all the family members down here and then I write what they need, and so I haven't done much there yet. So I've only just started today. Today is so hot outside, it's 40 degrees today, and this is my one from last, I think the springtime one. So hello, what are we doing today? Pardon? Pardon? Clothing rotation. I think that's what she said. Okay, so it looks like last time we did get her a nice church dress and we did get her a new pair of shoes, but we obviously didn't get any of that stuff. So, and we still made it through a whole 3 months without that stuff, and this is my cup of white tea.
And
so,
can I please pick my thongs out and my...
Yeah, you want to pick out your thongs?
Yeah, and I...
Yeah, you can probably come with me and pick them out. So we're just going to start with Savannah's pyjama drawer. Now it's probably a bit messy in here because Savannah is in charge of putting away her own washing, and so she just shoves it in there. So we've got some nighties here that still fit you, that you can keep wearing. And what we're going to do today, Savannah, we're going to take out, there's some undies in there, we're going to take out all the clothes that is for winter. So we've got some winter, and I'm thinking about where to put this.
Long sleeves.
Yeah, so we've got lots of long sleeves here. Long sleeves. It's getting like really hot here, so we probably won't be wearing and anything that doesn't fit her anymore. So I'm going to put this in the pile. These pajama short pants, sorry, are too small, so I'm going to put a pile here of Savannah's stuff that needs to go in.
Fit me.
Yeah, and this stuff here, these pajamas here, they'll fit you again next winter, but if anything that's not going to fit you again next winter, I'm going to actually, oh my goodness, that is dirty. Okay, that's going in the washing basket. Okay, so I'm going to put your 90s, open the door. I'm going to put your 90s back in, and we're going to take out your winter stuff. So what's next? What's in the next drawer?
Undies and socks and tights.
Right, you've got lots of socks to wear, so that's okay. And actually, I was looking at these tights this morning, and they're too small for you. So we're going to put them in a too small pile. good. I think these tights are pretty good, but they're pretty wintry, so we'll just make a bit of a wintry pile, because you don't really need to be having them taking up space in. What's that, Holly? You want some more clothes? Don't you have enough clothes? Actually, Holly probably has the most clothes out of all the girls. She just loves clothes. She gets changed about 3 times a day. So what have we got in here? We've got Sue's swimmy board shorts.
They still fit me.
They still fit you, but they're in the wrong drawer, so we'll put them in different drawers. I think you've got plenty of socks. I might get you a new packet of undies, because I think you run out sometimes. So what's next? Okay, so I love this dress. Look at this. This is like fairly new. See if I can hold it up. I love it. It's from Best and Less. It's actually supposed to. You love that one? It's got butterflies on it. It's actually supposed to hang here. So this is like the girls' hanging wardrobe. Trying to do this with one hand. Sorry. Where's yours? Oh, and so this is the girls' like dresses and coats. So I'm going to take this dress off of Savannah's rack. It was it's a size 5. It's a bit small for her, and actually the zip's broken. So I'm going to just we need to hang that up. So I'm going to put that in the too small pile. Plus I need to probably fix that. So you've got another dress in here that's actually supposed to be hanging up, isn't it?
And it fits me.
Does this dress still fit you? So size 5. That's a fairly long one. It does still fit her. I'll hang that up instead. Alright, fold it up and put it back in if it still fits you.
One is.
That's Savannah's. Now, we might leave your raincoat in there because sometimes you have a few rainy days still in the summer.
And then we're just going.
So you can keep your raincoat. Oh, I've noticed this jumper says 7, but it's a bit small for you. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just repeat that for each of the children, and I just write down what they need. I also write down what linen they need, if anyone needs a new pillow or a new set of sheets. That's what we do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this in a box in the cupboard, and I'll label it size 5 girls, and that will be for when Holly grows into that, and then they will be Holly's clothes. And then this I'm going to label size 6 winter, and Savannah will probably wear some of these things again next season. So that's what we do. Okay, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more. I also would like to say, if you want to leave a comment in YouTube or on my blog, just about what other topics you'd like to see videos on. So doing video vlogs is new to me. This is my 3rd or 4th one. So if you have any questions or comments that you want to ask me or things you want to say, please leave a comment. And thank you heaps for watching. So see ya!